Sports Interaction has you covered with all the odds on every playoff game. Every playoff game.
All of them?
Even the disinteresting ones like New York and Carolina.
No. That's where Dave Bassel comes on and goes, no, that's where the value is.
There are ads. Yeah, that's very true. And remember, you can make these bets before the game starts, live in a play, or how your favorite players perform. They're doing it right since 1997. Sports Interaction is Canada's sportsbook with the most competitive odds. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, easy to play, easy to cash out. Join now and see that all that sports betting has to offer. Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That's sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus, please play responsibly.
If an alien came to Earth and they were a reasonable and peaceful alien and they just wanted to learn more about human culture and you showed them hockey, they would have watched that game last night and pointed at McDavid and said, and what species is he?
Yeah, his speed, it's something otherworldly.
It's something I like talking about this game that I went to because I'd never quite seen it happen this way. But game 1, Sharks Penguins 2016 Stanley Cup Final. That was the Bonino game. And every time Crosby jumped over the boards, you saw the Sharks defenseman go fuck. But like you just a draining, terrified body language. And the Flames defensemen all have that for McDavid.
Right.
McDavid is not allowing them. The Oilers as a unit, but McDavid in particular, are not allowing the Flames to play Darryl Sutter hockey. Like the stoic poise that we anointed the Flames with. No, they're going to play this style and they're going to just run through the West and, they'll run into Colorado and we'll see who wins. Nope.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to play their game and they're really struggling to cope.
This is twice. This has happened. Dallas got them out of their game as well.
Yeah, man. Like it's amazing that they could still come back and win the series and potentially win a Stanley Cup because
very unlikely.
Well, it's very unlikely. And I say that because it's not a lot of teams come back from 3-1 deficits. But they're playing their worst hockey of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no question. And so it's funny, you look at the Flames and Oilers series. I apologize for my voice. I just lost it yesterday.
Should.
I don't know why. If you should, idiot.
When Nuge scored the go-ahead goal, he lost his mind.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, his post game, or he's like a kid with ice cream. He couldn't control himself. We're one game away.
Hyman in front of the crowd goes Nuge, and it hurt my heart.
The betting odds are actually, strangely enough, the money line odds anyway are on Calgary, according to Sports Interaction. So they're saying
to win Game 5?
Yeah. Which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you go home. You're down. You probably.
I get it.
Should be the favorite.
They're
not talking about the series. They're talking about Game 5.
Talking about Game 5. Now, do you think this wraps up on Friday?
Oh,
man. Tomorrow? Thursday? I'm all discombobulated. It was a long weekend.
My wife hopes it does. So my wife is an Oilers fan right now because she wants me to watch Leo on Saturday so she can go out. And then on Monday, I kind of don't want it to go to 7 because I have a concert I want to go to.
Oh, okay.
But if there's a Game 7, I can't go.
Right. So. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're worried about that.
Is that the analysis you're looking for?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
No, but like, dude, you saw 2 of the goals from that game last night. What analysis? Don't leave your friggin' net and don't allow goals from 135 feet.
So here's the question, and I think this will affect the odds at sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. Markstrom looks off.
Yeah.
He just looks off. He looks shook.
Yeah.
Somebody's in his head, and I know it's Connor McDavid, Andy Vanderkeen, and Leon Draisaitl. But man, if you're the Oilers, you can't ever be confident that Mike Smith's got it.
Man.
You can't. You can't. And that's what makes this series so interesting. But this is why Mike Smith, to me, is the reason they'd never get past Colorado. That's my personal opinion. And watch, this will be quote tweeted at me once they're in the Stanley Cup Finals. Fine.
Sure.
Fine. But, to be honest with you, that the Mike Smith piece for me is just, I don't know. This team is so good. They're finally coached properly. And they're doing what they should have been doing the whole time.
He never saw that puck. He never saw that thing, man.
I think, this is the problem, right? Mike Smith giveth, and Mike Smith taketh away.
Yeah.
You know this.
Both goalies made a one stellar save apiece.
Yes.
And that's it. That's all you're going to get, by the way. Each game has basically had that. And I never would have expected that from this series at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not just the greatness of that top line from the Oilers. That is supposed to be their weakness, is when they top load like that. That's supposed to be, all right, we got him. We have a Selke candidate, and he's not even the guy taxed with shutting McDavid down. It's Backlund, basically. And we're going to beat them with our depth. And the Oilers' depth is coming through. And they're winning this series for Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, for Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm shocked. I'm shocked by what I'm watching.
Right.
I really thought the Flames were better than this, but
I think Flames fans thought they were better than this.
Yeah. And I thought evidence proved that they were better than this. 82 games says they're better than this. The players they have say they're better than this. All the guys are underperforming.
This is the problem. Everyone goes, oh, but the 82 games. Honestly, I think you can get by with 15 to 20. The 15 to 20 that you head into the playoffs with, people go, oh, man. Like, oh, really? October and November games are dictating how you're going to play in April and May.
Look at the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, I just don't think so, man. Well, they were amazing, though, down the stretch. They were almost undefeated.
It means nothing.
Apparently,
when you show up to the playoffs, if you don't deliver, then it means nothing.
But I was looking at how some teams were playing down the stretch, and I was like, we're not talking nearly enough about the Edmonton Oilers. Like they're still a flawed team. Almost every team in the league has flaws. Hello, Tampa. I know you don't. But they're better than their season suggests. And
that's fair.
I think if you take the Woodcroft Oilers alone, it's Woodcroft / Kane, right?
Who was the head coach before Woodcroft?
Was it Tocchet?
Adam.
For Woodcroft, it was Tippett.
Tippett, not Tocchet. Tippett, not Tocchet. Tocchett's he's on TNT, isn't he?
I think
he's being mentioned for a couple jobs, like the Philly job.
Tippett. Sorry. It starts with T and ends with T. One of those names. Yeah, no, if you take a look at the Woodcroft Oilers, I think they would compare favorably to the full season Calgary Flames.
Oh yeah. And one thing about Mike Smith is if he can win a Stanley Cup because he has an unflappable belief in himself.
To the point where that goal wasn't even his fault.
Mike Smith blamed the defenseman on that goal. Mike Smith, if you want a goaltender who's going to win you a Stanley Cup, you need him to never be fazed by anything, and Mike Smith is that guy.
He's never allowed a goal that was his fault.
No, never. And that might luck your way into a Stanley Cup.
That was an insane clip. When I saw that, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, pal.
But that's what you need.
I think you need that plus talent.
He has it. He has it, though.
Maybe Mike Smith 2012 guys, but
he's got both right now.
Man. Well, and the unflappable confidence, man, once per period at least, he plays the puck in a way where I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, yes. the one where he was like, oh, should I have to play it right now?
I'm pretty sure the clip we played, you were just talking about Mike Smith playing the puck like a maniac.
Through the trapezoid. Yeah. How is that? What a dumb rule, by the way. Like, as if Mike Smith found the loophole where you could be on one side of the trapezoid and then just pass it to yourself on the other side. What a stupid rule.
But even
just get rid of the dumb thing.
His mind to do that. Like, why would you do that?
But why not?
Yeah, you know what's funny about that?
Unreal.
The NHL's terrified to get rid of head hits, but they don't want goalies playing it in the corner, as though that's a fucking big deal.
No.
It's just crazy.
Dangerous.
So,
dude, if they got rid of the trapezoid, scoring would skyrocket.
Jesse.
What's up?
Is the series over tomorrow?
No, they win in Calgary and then Edmonton ends it in Game 6.
Steve, do they win tomorrow night?
Oh boy,
Edmonton, that is.
Sorry, honey. I think Jesse's probably right.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Calgary wins in Calgary. Edmonton wins in Edmonton.
I think Edmonton's going to win tomorrow night.
Edmonton.
Because here's what I would say.
Edmonton versus
Calgary.
Calgary.
Oh God. Calgary wins in Calgary, and then Edmonton wins in Edmonton.
I think it's gotta if Edmonton wins in Calgary, they get bragging rights forever.
Oh,
You know how bad they want it in Calgary tomorrow. Come on.
The Flames fans in my mentions last night.
How were they? Are they okay?
They were the most down bad fan base I've seen in these playoffs.
And yet they were tied with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, but they lost.
Yeah.
They lost. Not only did they lose, the fan base seems to have resigned to the fact that they're going to lose.
Oh.
Yeah, like there doesn't really like, dude, even 2018 against Boston, who was clearly the better team. I was looking at the Leafs, I'm like, we'll see. And they forced 7 and they were winning in the third, and we know that sad story and all that shit. But like I was like, maybe. I don't know, let's play the rest of the series and see how it goes. Fans were just like, well, fuck.
Really?
And it wasn't just we're going to lose, it's we're going to lose and we're never going to hear the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Flames fans cannot wait for next spring.
Oh.
Because they want next spring and they want to take on the Oilers, because every moment between now and then
It's gonna be hell.
is going to be hell.
Oh man, and Oilers fans will make you hear it over over and over. Yeah.
That's part of the reason why it's not just that the Leafs blew that 3-1 series lead to Montreal. It was Montreal.
Yeah, 100%.
No Leaf fan is like, I'll never forgive them for that series against the Blue Jackets. Like, no offense.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, I'll never forgive them for the full season.
Okay.
That whole
season was a mess.
Piece of shit. I enjoyed the Horacek year more than I enjoyed that hunk of shit.
That was a bad year.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Yeah.
But it's aged poorly. Like, it's gotten worse with time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I didn't used to talk about that season this way. Yeah, I did, but it's getting worse. Anyway, it was the Habs. Oh, to lose this to Edmonton. Oh, if I was Edmonton, like a fan from Edmonton, I would make road trips to Calgary just to drive around with an Oilers flag, because that's a thing that people do now.
Yeah.
When they want to make you upset, is they drive around with a flag in their truck.
Is that how that works?
I think I would do it.
And like, I don't blame Flames fans for being like, the series is over, because I watched that first period and a half. They weren't the same. They weren't in the same league.
No.
Those were two different teams, and one was clearly better, and they lucked into a 3-3 tie, and then Edmonton just kind of said, no, we're going to take care of this.
Yeah, I didn't love how it's weird. I thought Edmonton defended better with a tie. Well, not a tie because they were leading 30 seconds in, but they defended when the game was close better than they did with a big lead.
They got too comfy.
Yeah. And it was just I was watching Calgary build a momentum, and I'm like, they're not going to be able to hold on to this. Which is, another reason why I look at them taking on a monster like Colorado, and I go, maybe we'll see. But you can look at it like they're one win away from the Final Four, and they still have room to grow.
Mm-hmm. And the one game they lost was a crazy 9-6 game where they almost did it.
Where they erased a 4-goal?
Yeah. That's the only game they lost this series, where they allowed 9. If you don't allow 9 goals, like, it's a sweep.
What gruesome injury are we going to find out Markstrom has?
Maybe.
Has to be something.
Maybe.
Man. Because it's shocking. It's shocking.
It is. Okay, so Jesse, can we queue up Alan for this?
Sure. And you mentioned Sports Interaction there. One thing that hit very easy that I bet on after we talked about it: Zach Hyman over 3.5 points in the series. He's got 5. I think he's got 5 goals.
Something like that. Dude,
four
he's a
or
monster.
5 goals, but he already hit that. It's awesome.
He's a monster, and it's like it's largely with shots. Last night was a bang-in goal.
Yeah,
but like, dude's a sniper now. Apparently,
man, it makes me wish too that we'd seen focused Evander Kane more often over the course of his career. Because if this is what focused Evander Kane is, it's unbelievable.
He went into last night's game with as many points in this current playoff run than he had in his entire career before that.
Right.
In 29 games with the Sharks. that came in back-to-back years, by the way. Man, the early years of Vander Kane's career were tough. Thrashers, the pre-good Jets,
Yep. The
and
Buffalo
the Sabres.
Yep.
Then he goes to the Sharks, goes on a long run. It wasn't even that good.
No.
Really.
Well,
and
he was
now
their leading
he's a
scorer every
monster.
year, but
In the regular season. Wasn't even that good in the playoffs, though.
yeah, it's true.